Now, good evening, I'm Cooper Henkel. Tonight we start in the Capitol, where protesters gathered to support some of the people arrested for their part in the siege of the Capitol on January 6th. Organized by former Trump staff member Matt Braynard, he emphasized the rally was not in support of people who were violent or destroyed property. Braynard says they're there to support people arrested for non-violent offenses who he says have been unfairly swept in with the rest. A small counter-protest, DC stands for Don't Come, took place nearby. There were no reports of violence at either event. Should we be expecting more of those chilly mornings coming our way, Devin?
Yeah, maybe not immediately coming up, Cooper, but overall, this past morning was very chilly outside. We had many areas that saw temperatures in the 30s. We had many areas that saw 30s, including in parts of Tomahawk here at 31 degrees, middle 30s in Rhinelander, 44 degrees this morning in Wausau, but below freezing is what I really want to emphasize in Tomahawk. So fall definitely starting to show up around here. But the good news to report right now, we're looking pretty good across Wisconsin as we're keeping things clear, but we're going to start watching a warm front moving in. Now boost temperatures. Temperatures right now, middle 50s in Rhinelander, lower 60s in Wausau, and temperatures will not get all that chilly tonight. We'll be watching temperatures falling to the lower 50s above our normal low of 44 degrees. Cooper?
Thanks, Devin. Hanson's Garden Village opened up their fall festivities this weekend. Some of those attractions include a kiddie corn maze, tractor hay rides, and an indoor pumpkin patch. They also have lots of other fun things like pumpkin bowling and a straw bale playground that opens Saturday.
It's just nice to have like a close activity for children to bring them, so you can take them through the corn maze, on a tractor ride through the field. The leaves are changing colors. It's so pretty, and you can pick out your fall decor.
All that fall fun will be available for the next 4 weekends. It all leads up to the big event of the season in mid-October.
All of our fall activities kind of culminate with Fall Fest on Saturday, October 16th. It's our last big event before we close down for the season.
Fall Fest will go from about 10 to 3 on that day. More information about Fall Fest and their other seasonal specialties can be found on Hanson's website. The 5th Oktoberfest in Three Lakes shut down Superior Street Saturday. The fun centered around the Black Forest Inn, an authentic German restaurant situated right downtown. Having grown quite a bit over the years, hundreds came out to the event this year.
It's an opportunity for us to extend our tourism season a little bit longer for some of the businesses up here, an opportunity to give some home-based businesses an opportunity to showcase their wares to people, both locals and from out of town, and really just an opportunity to everybody to get together and have a great time.
The Jim Peckle Band played polka, a dance troupe performed, and vendors sold pretzels, sausages, and of course, plenty of beer. A new kids area featured entertainment from David Dahl, a new addition to the event this year. Every fall, bikers from around the country make their way to Tomahawk for Fall Ride. This year was no exception, so Newswatch 12's Kyle Pozorski traveled over to Tomahawk to find out what makes the annual event worth riding to each year.
Here in the Northwoods, when the leaves begin to change, you know it's time for Fall Ride, which happens every year here in Tomahawk.
We're just out having a good time.
Bikers came from all around the country to take part in Tomahawk's signature fall event.
I mean, I've seen people from New York, I've seen people from California that come here and come to Sturgis and come here, and they'll be in Daytona, and it's pretty neat.
Earl Neville says that coming to Fall Ride is just a part of enjoying his chopper.
It's enjoyable. You know, that's freedom to ride. You can get on a motorcycle. You can see the wildlife. You can see the national parks. It just seems like it's more enjoyable. You're more part of nature.
Those from the area agree that motorcyclists ride their bikes because it brings enjoyment to them.
People that are maybe bored with the day-to-day life, and they need a little excitement, a little escape. That's what it is for me.
And even with the events of last year not happening, it makes this year all the more fun.
People are just happy. I think, it's, COVID is kind of in the rear view, for now anyway. And, people are out here, they're excited, and they're just happy to be back to normal stuff like this.
In Tomahawk, Kyle Pozorski, Newswatch 12.
With increased periods of isolation, difficulty getting around, and complications from the virus itself, Alzheimer's seems to have worsened during the COVID-19 pandemic, adding on to an already worrying trend. We'll have more on that after the break.
Hi, I'm Mary, owner of SoSmart, Central Wisconsin's largest and longest running Pfaff dealership.
The Pfaff IDT system makes piecing quilts so easy.
Shop Pfaff Sewing, quilting and embroidery machines at SoSmart in Rhinelander and Wausau.
My name's Arthur, Merrill, Wisconsin. In August of 2019, I started getting numbness in my feet. By July of 2020, my feet were so numb, I lost a sense of balance. I thought I was walking on stilts. I seen this ad for spinal aid. I took 20 treatments from them, and by then my feet were 90% better and no longer felt as I was walking on stilts.
Are you experiencing weakness, numbness, and/or pain in your feet or hands? These sensations might even be affecting other areas of your body along with your balance. You might have already been diagnosed with peripheral neuropathy and are taking drugs such as Lyrica, gabapentin, or Cymbalta that never seems to help. Neuropathy pain ultimately diminishes your quality of life. Call Spinal Aid of Wausau today to see if our treatment methods are right for you. Call 715-203-1508 to schedule your neuropathy severity consultation or visit us at spinalaid.com.
At R&R Flooring and Furniture, we sell products that look good and products that last.
The R&R Mattress Truckload Sale is here. Save hundreds at our biggest sale of the year. Get the best sleep of your life during the best time to purchase a mattress right now. Get a 15-year non-prorated hybrid mattress for only 25 cents a night right here at R&R. And we have adjustable beds.
When it comes to flooring and furniture and mattresses, it's easy. Come to R&R Flooring and Furniture today. That's all it takes.
SoSmart in Wausau and Rhinelander is your DIY and fabric headquarters.
I love teaching free Pfaff owner lessons at SoSmart.
Making clothes is great with my Pfaff Creative Icon that I bought at SoSmart.
Shop Pfaff Sewing, quilting and embroidery machines at SoSmart.
Welcome back. Happy Saturday night, and what a beautiful day it was. We saw plenty of sunshine, temperatures making it into the lower 70s. And as we zoom things out, this is what we get to watch now. This warm front right here, it's going to be tracking off to the northeast, pushing high pressure away. So that means warmer air is on the way and windy conditions in store as well. This is what we did today. Temperatures in the lower 70s. Our average high is 69 degrees for this time of the year. So we're just about at that point for this time of the year, and temperatures have fallen back a little bit now, but really not as bad as what they should be for this time. The overnight lows should be in the 40s. We will not do that. We will be in the lower 50s, so we're not too far away from our lows already. As again, temperatures for tomorrow will be warming up quickly into the lower to even middle 80s for a few spots, so that will be nice. But then as we head towards the overnight period, as we head towards early Monday morning, only getting down to about 70 degrees. That's that warm, moist air that will be moving in. So it's really not going to allow temperatures to fall off all that much. But as we do move forward, though, lower 80s tomorrow, that'll feel nice, and the dew points will be on the rise as well, with upper 70s on the way by Monday. Then a cold front moves through, dropping us down into the lower to middle 60s Tuesday all the way through Saturday. Average high now 68, pardon me, now for our average high. So we're losing a degree now each and every day. Your muggy meter, here we go. So we're going to be watching some warm, moist air moving in, raising dew points up into the middle 60s. This is what tells you how humid it could get. And we'll be kind of flirting with that humid category at times. You can see 65 right about here. You can see where that yellow line is. So be ready for that. You might want to keep your AC units on standby. We should be okay. But the winds right now, we're going to keep an eye on those too. They're out of the southeast right now to the northwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. And we're going to be watching those winds and wind gusts increasing. Here's the gust forecast. We can see wind gusts up to around 30 miles per hour out of the south to the north tomorrow, making travel a little bit tough unless you're heading to the north. You'll get a little bit of a push from that wind. But if you're heading south, a little bit of a gust of a headwind, though, that might make things challenging. And we'll keep the winds going overnight, Sunday night and the Monday morning, to keep those gusts going. So the wind's not helping things out at all. Fall colors, we're watching those now, and so far nothing really major to report. We have some areas near the 25% coverage area, not enough to show up on this map just yet. and we typically peak at about early October for fall colors. So you can see right about in that brown shade there. So early October, maybe borderline mid-October. So we're just about there. We just had to give it a little bit though. And as we talk about fall, that's just about here. It begins September 22nd coming up. So next week at 2:20 p.m. Central Time, we'll have equal hours of daylight and nighttime. So we're just about there as we do make that switch and getting ever so closer to winter. So Futurecast coming up, a nice clear night with partly cloudy skies at times, but most of us will remain mostly clear overall. We'll watch for a few clouds that will be approaching by tomorrow, but overall, we will be looking pretty good as we move forward. So that forecast for tonight, mostly clear and not as cool. Our lows in the lower 50s. The winds overall will be nice and calm. For tomorrow, Sunday, mostly sunny and awesome. Just a little windy, though. We'll have highs in the lower 80s. At south wind at around 10 to 25 miles per hour. And your Northwoods furniture and mattress 7-day forecast. Storms possible Monday as that cold front approaches, continuing into Monday night. Then Tuesday all the way through Friday. Even into Saturday, though, we're looking dry. But note the temperatures. We will be in the lower to middle 60s. Falls on Wednesday, and it will feel like it with temperatures in the lower 60s. Cooper?
Thanks, Devin. Researchers at the University of Texas found roughly that half of older adults who contracted COVID-19 had significant cognitive decline. That's even after they recovered from COVID itself. Half of them reported forgetfulness, and a quarter struggled with basic language and executive function 6 months after their infection. That decline also appears in people who already had some form of dementia, according to the American Journal of Geriatric Psychiatry. Pandemic precautions, frequent disruptions to their regular medical appointments, and increased periods of isolation also make slowing the disease's progression more difficult. More than 6 million Americans live with Alzheimer's, 120,000 in Wisconsin alone. Alzheimer's disease is also the 6th leading cause of death in the U.S., with a 146% increase in mortality since 2000. Newswatch 12's Lily Zoller spoke with family and friends of those affected as they work to bring an end to this deadly disease.
I'm here at the annual Walk to End Alzheimer's, where 225 participants are gathered at Mike Webster Stadium to raise money and awareness for the disease.
I've been walking for close to 15 years.
Van Landingham isn't just a walking participant. She also runs a support group after her own brush with Alzheimer's.
My dad had Alzheimer's, and so that's what inspired me to do it to begin with. And now my mom is in the nursing home with dementia.
Alzheimer's is a disease that leaves so many people feeling very isolated and very alone. And when they come to the event and they see hundreds of other people who have been impacted and touched by the disease, I think it inspires them.
This chance to be together was all the more meaningful after the pandemic stood in the way last year. Whatever brought people out, participants showed excitement at the chance to walk in honor of those that mean the most to them.
We all can relate to what's going on today. We've either had a mom or dad or a grandpa or a great-grandpa that had the disease, so it's family.
And those with sick loved ones say that having a family like this is crucial. It's supportive programs and groups of people that make it possible for them to keep going.
It'll be 3 years ago in January. My mother-in-law went into Friendly Village here in Rylander, and it's just been my passion and my goal to raise as much money as possible.
This money goes towards supporting programs and services right here in the Northwoods.
It's just amazing because we could not be here in the community providing the services that we do without the support that we have.
St. Pierre is looking forward to continuing and improving these community services with the $75,000 raised with this event. In Rhinelander, Lily Zoller, Newswatch 12.
Coming up next in sports, we'll check in with the Green Bay Packers. Nate, how are you feeling about Monday's game?
Cooper, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't just a little bit nervous for this game. And coming up next in sports, we'll hear from head coach Matt LaFleur and check in with a thriller of a soccer game in Minocqua. That's after the break.
No one has ever reinvented mattress shopping until now. The grand opening of Slumberland Sleep Solutions, where we've simplified, uncomplicated, and laid things out for you. Start with a quick rest match to pick your basic mattress type.
You love memory foam.
I really do.
Then shop the information and rating system on each bed. Did you know you can get great back support with a soft feel? It's true, and easy to find. Mattress shopping, reinvented, only at Slumberland Furniture.
Renee is not an influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker. Just look at the way she's reshaping and reimagining her 4-acre slice of heaven. It's not hard to tell she's the real deal. Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because out here, you can't fake a job well done. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Lakeland Lawn and Equipment in Arborvita for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
What does it mean to fight for what's right? To us, it means helping accident victims get their lives back to normal again. Habish, and Rotier, we fight for what's right.
Hi, I'm Brian from Creative Granite. When I need the forecast from Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Did you know a vented dirt crawl space is unhealthy for you and your home? Did you know it makes your home harder to heat and cool? A vented dirt crawl space is a breeding ground for mold and critters, and it affects the air quality of your entire home. Let SureDry protect your home. When it comes to crawl spaces, nobody does it better. SureDry will transform your crawl space into a dry, usable space to make your entire home healthier. Call SureDry today.
Sports Watch 12 with Nate Myhawk starts now.
Entering Saturday, the Lakeland boys soccer team has looked like a legitimate state title contender, and they faced arguably their toughest test to date. T-Birds hosting Marquette, Michigan in their tournament championship game, and Marquette enters this one without a single loss. Let's pick it up in the second half. Scoreless game so far until Marquette's Max Dawson behind the defense. He slots one home. That puts Marquette up 1-0. But in the 66th minute, Lakeland strikes back. Yaro Mishchishin tracks down the bouncing ball. His header finds the back of the net, and we're all tied up at 1. And this game would go into penalty kicks in the first group. Last chance for the T-Birds, and Chandler Saville buries the shot. This game stays alive, and to sudden death we go. After Marquette takes the lead, Lakeland trying to keep it going, but Harrison Anthus comes up with the huge save, and Marquette wins a thriller in PKs, and they capture the tournament championship. In Wausau, the annual Smiley Invitational was taking place at East High School. Over 60 teams from all over the state competed in this meet. I mean, just check out the sea of runners to start the race. This was the Division I girls race, and the winner was a local athlete. Elizabeth Schmidt from Merrill came in first place with a time of 18 minutes and 58 seconds. Northland Pines' Nora Gremben won the earlier race for Divisions 2 and 3, and Three Lakes also had a good showing with Sophia Nafsinger and Callie Volk finishing in the top 10. In the boys' Division I race, Medford's Joe Sullivan was in contention early. You can see him with the leading pack, and he's in the back of this group of 4. But in the final stretch, it's between him and another runner. It goes down to the wire, but Sullivan just barely wins this race. And also Stevens Point's Zach Scarbath would finish in third place in that race. And then in Medford, the GNC volleyball tournament was taking place. 7 teams in action, so let's run through the 3 matches that were taking place while we were there. On court 2, Lakeland against Medford, Meg Vanderstel with the spike for the Thunderbirds. And then over on court 1, Northland Pines going up against Mosinee. The Eagles, Paris Croker with the ace on this serve. And then finally on court 3, Anago, Rhinelander, Robbins, Lily Wykes getting cheeky with the blooper. That barely just gets over the net, and every team would play each other at least once, and at the end of the day, Mosinee would keep their conference winning streak alive. There's been some magic in the air of Milwaukee this summer. The Bucks won a title, and the Brewers are oh so close to finally clinching a playoff berth for the 4th year in a row. And when all the dominoes fell just right, the crew just had to beat the Chicago Cubs to punch a ticket to the postseason. And behind 2 Manny Pena home runs, the Brewers did just that. Pena's second bomb gave the crew the lead for good in the bottom of the 8th. Milwaukee wins 6-4, and they are headed to the playoffs. Although the Green Bay Packers do get an extra day of rest for their game with the Detroit Lions, they're still entering week 2 with a huge loss on defense. Pass rusher Zadarius Smith has been placed on injured reserve following their week 1 loss to New Orleans. Big Z has been dealing with a back injury ever since training camp, and he only played 18 snaps in their game against the Saints. And coming off of a 12.5 sack year, Smith is a tough guy to replace along that front 7.
It's hard to replace a guy like that. You're talking about one of the premier rushers in the National Football League. So certainly anytime you lose that is a big loss. But ultimately, we have to do it within the collective effort of everybody out there.
Griffin Shoyne and I will be at Lambeau Field for that game, and we'll have a full recap on Tuesday morning. Cooper?
Looking forward to it, Nate. Thanks. The Biden administration wanted to start administering booster doses of the COVID-19 vaccine, but health experts are saying they're a little ahead of the game. What they think needs to happen first, after the break here on Newswatch 12 Weekends.
I think RVA is doing an excellent job of preparing the kids for college. My daughter, who's a junior, is going to start college classes, and she could graduate with almost a full associate's degree.
I think the one thing that people should know about RVA is how well-rounded it is with all the extra things that they can do, not only through school, but through student council and National Honor Society.
The teachers are the best, and the students in RVA are really helpful. I think it's a great program.
Dear night owls, when darkness falls, our stunning style takes flight as we soar over city streets. And our fuel economy is ever so wise. This ride's a hoot. Trust us, Toyota sedans.
Every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. Find yours at toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Need a new boat? Then it's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports, because we need your old boat. We need to buy fishing boats, pontoons, and speedboats. So trade in your old one and upgrade into a new boat today. Come check out more boats and pontoons in stock than anywhere else in Wisconsin. Or we could help you get top dollar by selling your old boat on consignment. It's time to trade and upgrade with American Marine and Motorsports Shawano.
BBD Sports Shop is your one-stop headquarters for everything outdoors this summer. They have turkey calls, decoys, and more from HS Strut, Mojo, and Woodhaven. Food plot seed and mineral from Big & J, Real Deal, Big Time, and Whitetail Magic. Rifles, handguns, and shotguns in stock from Springfield, Mossberg, Glock, Ruger, and Savage. And a wide variety of Big Bear Down scent sprays and bear bait by the bag, by the barrel, and by the truckload. 2 convenient Wisconsin locations or online at bigbeardown.com.
The Biden administration wanted to start administering booster doses of the COVID-19 vaccine next week. But health officials say the real concern right now is getting people their first shot, not their third. John Lorink explains.
Vaccine advisors to the Food and Drug Administration have voted to recommend emergency use authorization of booster doses of the Pfizer vaccine for people 65 and older and those at high risk of severe COVID-19 6 months after they received their first shots. But they didn't approve booster doses of the vaccine for everyone 16 and older, citing a lack of data about the safety and efficacy of a third dose.
They did make a more conservative decision than I anticipated. But this is an example of science being out there and good-hearted, well-intentioned, smart people debating how to turn that science into public policy.
The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention makes the final decision on the shots. The agency meets its vaccine advisors next week. But booster shots aren't the key to turning the pandemic around, according to officials and health experts.
What is going to be the change in the arc of this pandemic by giving a third dose to people who are already vaccinated, as compared to giving 2 doses to people who are unvaccinated?
In the meantime, COVID-19 cases are still overwhelming many hospitals nationwide.
There are often procedures that are time sensitive, that need to get done, that are being delayed longer than we would typically like because we don't have the inpatient capacity across the state.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
Powerball.
big jackpot game where the next thing you know, it rolls, it grows, and it draws. Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. 3 days a week at lottery retailers across the state. Powerball from the Wisconsin Lottery.
Hi, I'm Karen from the Hearing House, where we practice honesty, integrity, compassion, and fantastic products to help our neighbors reach their full potential. It's a fact that better hearing leads to more confidence, better relationships, more fun in life. You'll get our 60-day money-back guarantee, as well as all the care needed to help you succeed in better hearing. Don't let another day slip by. Call us today.
Make your house a hearing house.
Is it time for a new roof? Call Bear Renovations today to get on the schedule for this fall. The Bear is your certified roofing contractor and offers a full 50-year warranty on every shingle roof. Interested in metal roofing? Call the Bear for a free quote today at 715-224-3055 or go to bearrenovations.com. Call the Bear.
When you call a company other than Maher Water Corporation to service your water treatment system, do you really know what or who you are getting? Many companies just measure you up to do a bang-up job, then charge hundreds of dollars and have you sign service contracts. Maher's technicians are trained to not only service our own water care equipment, but most others as well.
So if you don't want just any service tech servicing your water equipment, call us at Maher's today.
Welcome, welcome. We are bringing business back to Merrill's West Side.
We've expanded with our new deli now open with sliced meats and cheeses and $5 lunch every day.
I hunt for the deals to save your family money. We're a veteran-owned mom-and-pop store with our community in mind. West Side Market. If we don't have it, we'll find it for you.
Rhinelander's famous hodag met up with another famous monster of myth, Point Pleasant, West Virginia's Mothman. The Mothman Festival was canceled this year, but the hodags still made the trip out there to visit the museum and have a big bit of fun. The hodag hunters compared notes with Mothman maniacs, spreading the word of the great pine beast. You can check out the full adventure on the Hodag Store's Facebook page.
That's a dynamic duo right there. I love to see that.
It's pretty terrifying, gotta say.
Yeah, it looks very terrifying there, but I'm going to cheer for the hodag in this one.
Definitely think if it was a monster mashup, my money would be on the hodag. What do we got coming weather-wise, Devin?
Yeah, so for those that might be worried about the weather, don't be worried about it because we do have some very nice weather on the way tonight. It won't be as chilly. In fact, today will be pretty good as well. Let's look ahead to the Lions versus Packers kickoff coming up Monday night, and that's concerning because we do have a chance of storms. Temperatures in the lower 70s by that point, too. Again, a quick look at the radar and satellite. We're watching things looking pretty nice by your next 7 days. Storm chances Monday and the Monday night. Sunday, lower 80s, mostly sunny, but we have a cold front on the way, cooling off. And Griffin and I finally got a break from the rain for the Blitz, and we're just going to get it now for the Packer game. I know, right? Love that. It just hurts.
You can't win them all. Thanks for joining us. That's all from your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night.